Hey, what's up, Diane?
Hey,
How you feeling today?
feeling great.
I showed you a message. One of your friends reached out after watching your video. What do you got to say?
Um, I got your message. I'm always down here in Kensington, Somerset. You know, that's very wonderful. I remember you now. You know, I'm always thinking about people. So if you ever need to get in touch with me, I'm always down here in Kensington, Somerset. Hi, my name is Diana. I'm 23 years old, originally from Jersey. Been out here for a while. I want y'all to know that, the struggles is not, nobody's perfect. I got a struggle. My addiction is heroin and crack cocaine. I've been starting this since I was 16. From being homeless on the streets, I've been trying to get back on my 2 feet. My mom passed away March 31st, 2010. I started using when I was 16. I just want to put, nobody's perfect out here. Everybody's got an addiction. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. I'm trying to stay humble. You know what I mean? Weighing myself down to where I want to stop and get back on my 2 feet. I'm waiting to get my housing. It's just one-time experience that I don't want other people to fall in my category. I don't want people to do what I did. My parents raised me to be a better person. I graduated 2006, did 3 years of culinary arts, dropped out, hoping to get my apartment soon and, get back on my 2 feet. Living out here on the streets is tough and a struggle. Yes, I cry every day. The rosary I got, God is good. God wakes me up every morning with a good gift. I cut a lot of my associates off because the addiction that I got. And, as I walk, as I go places and I see things, as I walk places and see things, and travel, when people ask me, how do I, what do I do? And I keep it 100, I keep it honest with them, you know what I mean? I get high, yes, nobody, I can't judge other people. And I just want to put out there, if you ever need somebody to talk to or questions to ask, I'm always free, always around. I stay to myself, I don't bother nobody. Very humble, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get back on track and get back on my 2 feet. Life is too short. You only live once. And, I like to meet new people and do better things. I want, even though my addiction, I want to be able to get a job and, I want to be able to, I don't want my siblings to see what I'm going through.
Do you have kids?
I got 2 girls.
Where are they currently?
They're with their grandparents.
What do you miss most about being a mother?
Most it's tough. It's, I see them here and there, but I don't let them see what I do. You know what I mean?
How do they feel about your addiction?
They don't like it. It's upsetting to them, even though they're grown. My sister is the same age as my girls, so my brother and my sister, they are on the same boat. The person I'm really close to is my dad, and they take good care. My mom died from alcohol.
Have your family tried getting you help?
Yes, they have.
What happened?
But it was a history of, because of my disability, and things have happened.
What disability do you have?
Social Security.
What are some hustles you have?
I panhandle on the side, because my income, I try to manage my income. I've been on all my life. So I use that as backup. My panhandling as backup. The worst part people have given me is fake bills.
Fake bills?
Yes, be careful with the fake bills, like fake 20s, 50s, 100s. Yes, because, excuse me, because that's the terms of no-no. So don't do what I do. What I do when I get bills like that, I just put it aside.
What all have you lost due to your addiction?
A lot. My housing, it's not my first time being homeless. This is a long term. I mean, I'm trying to get back into the shelter. I've been hospitalized for my respiratory pneumonia that I got. I really want to get my housing, but I have the prevention point helping me, and it don't happen every night. So I gotta take baby steps. I'm a calm person. Like, I have a good heart. Like, I don't mind helping people. Like, my mom always said, sometimes it's okay to say no, but then when somebody needs the help, I go out my way and help them. Some people like when they like the word, some people like the word no. When you say no, they like to throw hissy fits, and it's like, I cut a lot of people off because I don't like to be used. And it's like, I take my initiative, like if you have a habit, you gotta be an adult and take care of yourself. No one's not gonna sit here and baby you and take care of you.
God forbid, if this was your last time talking to us, what would you like to say?
I just want to say for everybody to keep their heads up. Keep your heads up. If anybody needs anybody to talk to, I'm always around. You know, I don't mind talking. I don't mind, helping, just to be honest. And, I've seen people overdose. I've seen people act when they don't have what they get. And it's sad, because I'm not the only one that goes through it. So I just tell them, just keep your head up high and God's there.
What brought you down to Philly?
I wanted to try something new.
How you found out about Kensington?
A friend of mine told me about Kensington. He said the living out here is better.
What was your first reaction of Kensington when you got here?
My first reaction was, wow. It was like big. It's bigger, more space, more people, meeting new people. That's what I like to do. I like to meet people and get to do new things.
Tell us about your disability.
My disability is that I have health issues. I'm nerve damage in my face. I was born like this, but also I'm healthy, and I don't, people look at me different, but I don't let it get to me. I was bullied in second grade, all the way to fifth.
How did that make you feel?
Depressing, hurting, I was young, now I'm getting older. I don't let it get to me, people don't know nothing about me.
That's right.
They need to get to know me before they can talk shit. I'm a certified babysitter, under the table, not bad, but it was a summertime part-time job. I started off doing Percocets. I got into the heroin. I started doing Perc 15s and 30s. I started sniffing them, and then as I fell into the heroin, I started at a young age. I started between 16 and 17, and it's not fun at all. It's very scary.
Why were you taking the perks in the beginning?
Because my back, I have a bad back.
So why did you resort to going to the streets?
I wasn't in a right state of mind. It just, somebody had talked me into it, and I had my own everything.
What was your life like before this happened to you?
Before this, I had everything. I had my apartment, you know, I had, went back to school, you know, but then I was dealing with an individual and that's how I fell down the hill and just lost everything.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Right now, my current situation right now is just got on the methadone clinic. They just started me off with 40 milligrams, and if I go every day, um, it'll make me stronger dose by dose and get back on my 2 feet, and it'll help me stay clean. You know, it was a struggle, you know, but it's something that I want to do, and my decisions were made up.
What are all your addictions?
All my addiction, even though I was doing the dope, I have a little bit of a crack history too. I don't really smoke much, but it takes the urge of the dope away. It just calms me down.
How much do you spend on your habit every day?
It all depends.
What's the average?
Between 10, 15 at least.
Is that all you do to get money panhandle?
Yes.
What is it like panhandling? That's a very dangerous thing you're doing.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
What are all the risks that comes with panhandling?
Not getting hit by cars and not getting arrested, and not, I don't know how to describe it. There's a women's shelter up the street where they give out food, clothes, showers, and, they let you hang out in there, and the shelter. I just got into the shelter.
Oh, you're in the shelter now?
Yeah.
So you're not on the streets anymore?
Nope.
That's great, right?
Yep.
Congratulations.
I'm proud of it, and it's getting cold. That's baby steps where I can get my housing.
How long did it take you to get in the shelter?
It took me a week.
That's good. Because some people, it takes them longer,
Yeah, definitely.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see?
Changes. I see different come up, different. I can see myself getting on the right direction, getting my apartment back, and starting all over again.
When you do these drugs, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel, it's upsetting. I mean, I be thinking a lot. Makes me feel like calm, but like not stressful.
Have you had some sober time?
Yes,
How long?
3 months.
What triggered you to relapse?
Just fell down the category, started getting sick, got out of jail and started using again. I had got a weed charge and they kept putting it back in the system, and I had spent 6 months in the county for it.
How many times have you been incarcerated?
Twice.
Okay. What did jail teach you?
It taught me a lot.
What are 3 things that you're good at?
3 things that I'm good at: speaking, laughing, and talking.
If your family or your friends see this video, what message would you like to send to them?
If anybody trying to reach me and wanna, if you like my videos, feel free to comment. If you ever wanna talk, I'm always free. I'm always around.
If people want to help you, what help do you need?
A lot of help. Like, getting back on my 2 feet.
Just help with getting back on your 2 feet?
Yeah.
There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
People, just don't do what I do. This is a long, long road. No one's perfect in this world. I don't judge nobody. Everybody has the same habit, downfalls. Don't become like me. For the young cats out there, don't do what I do. Leave the drugs alone. Stay in school. Play sports. Get an education. My goals are to start, going back to school and, getting my apartment back and just starting life all over again. Starting
Awesome.
fresh.
All right, AML family, I want to tell Diane, thank you so much for being brave to share your story with us. Hopefully somebody will learn from you and won't come down this road. And we are rooting for you. We are praying for you. You are in our hearts always, and we'll stay connected. All right, love?
Yep.
Anything else you would like to add before we take flight?
Be safe.
Be safe, y'all. Remember, y'all, don't be bitter. Be better. And we out there. Peace out.